Mystical events often occur in different parts of our planet, and many eyewitnesses upload their content where they believe there is something mystical, such as the demon rake or poltergeist. However, as to how truthful these videos are, you will write about it in the comments. Hello everyone, you are on the World of the Paranormal channel, and today I will show you scary videos that captured paranormal entities. But before we start, I recommend subscribing to my channel and hitting the like button, and let's get started. The author of this video encountered a woman in the forest who was behaving very strangely, as if someone had possessed her. The video's author, Daniel, explains that he went camping with his friends and went into the woods to collect firewood. Suddenly, he heard strange noises coming from behind a tree. Daniel had his phone with him and began recording everything on camera. We see a woman, dressed in strange and dirty clothing, come out from behind the tree, clearly not in her right mind. The author of the video stands frozen in fear, recording everything on camera, when suddenly the woman, possessed by a demon, runs towards him, and the video abruptly ends. This is a very mysterious and interesting story. Despite the fact that the video's author left some questions unanswered, it is impossible to say with certainty whether the video is real. Firstly, we do not have enough information about who this woman was and why she was behaving so strangely. Perhaps she was simply mentally ill or under the influence of some drug. It is also unclear how the video's author was able to respond to the situation so quickly and start recording everything on camera. Secondly, in our time, it is easy to create fake videos using special programs and technologies. This can be done for entertainment purposes or to create hype in the media. To determine whether this video is real or fake, a more thorough investigation is needed. What do you think? Write your assumptions in the comment section under the video. The following story undoubtedly can cause real fear and anxiety in people. In this case, we are dealing with a small family who couldn't find peace at night due to strange noises coming from the basement. Imagine how difficult it was for this family to be constantly on edge, not knowing what was happening in their home. But everything changed one night when the man decided to inspect his basement and see what was going on. What did he see? Judging by his screams of horror, what he saw was something he couldn't explain or accept. He managed to film the alien, an extraterrestrial creature that most likely landed on Earth by accident. Unfortunately, the situation didn't have a clear resolution when the police arrived. The alien disappeared without a trace and never appeared again. Of course, this can cause worry and uncertainty, but it makes us think about other forms of life and their possible connections to our world. There are countless places in the Caucasus that are perfect for stargazing, and if you add a cozy company to this, you get the perfect outdoor getaway. This was how two friends spent their time, enjoying the beautiful weather and the amazing view of the starry sky. However, their quiet evening in nature was interrupted by an unexpected incident. In the distance, they saw two white lights that seemed quite strange. They were so close that the men could clearly see them. Starting to film this phenomenon, they suddenly realized that these were not lights, but eyes. And a silhouette began to emerge from the darkness, which resembled a body with horns visible around the eyes. The guys tell that this creature stood and looked at them for another minute and simply left. The two friends were shocked by what had happened and did not leave for another 15 minutes. But after realizing what had happened, they immediately gathered their things and left for home. The next day, the guys reviewed the video and were shocked by what they managed to capture on camera. One of the guys decided to post the video online to see people's reactions and opinions. Many people wrote that it was a centaur, while others believed it was the devil himself. What do you think of this video? Write your thoughts in the comments. A girl named Linda was doing homework in the living room while her parents were not at home. After her mother arrived home, the girl told her what had happened in the house, while no one was there. Gemma, Linda's mother, didn't think much of it and assumed that it was just the wind and the little girl's imagination. However, for the sake of curiosity, Gemma decided to check the cameras installed in their home, and what she saw shocked her. The cabinet doors were opening and closing on their own, as if someone intentionally opened them. But okay, the doors could have been opened by the wind, but after Gemma saw the table move away from the girl on its own, the homeowner was speechless and didn't know what to do. What happened next and what Linda's mother did is unknown to me. The author of the following video, named Chris, posted this video online to understand what had happened. One day, Chris was walking home through the park and saw a strange person in the distance who was just standing still and not moving. The guy thought that the person was just standing there and enjoying an evening walk, but as Chris approached closer, he realized that it was not a human, but a strange creature that looked very terrifying. Chris took out his phone and began filming what was happening when suddenly the creature attacked him, and the video cuts off. One might assume that it was a maniac, but take a look at its face. It doesn't look particularly human with its strange elongated shape, and the eyes are either very small or absent, as if the face was disfigured. Many people in the comments wrote that it was an alien, while others say that the video is fake and that it's just a person wearing a very realistic mask. What do you think? The team of extreme athletes and urban explorers, Eric and Kyle, were walking through one of the most mysterious and mystical places, an abandoned building that used to be a psychiatric hospital. At first, the guys were walking through the abandoned building and thought it was another building that was steeped in legends of mysticism, but at some point, they began to hear strange sounds on the floor above and decided to climb up there. Suddenly, at the very end of the long corridor, they saw a scary and very creepy silhouette that looked like a person. This strange silhouette stood still and did not respond to the guys, and then this strange creature walked into a room. The guys immediately ran after it, but found no one. The strange being disappeared as if it had never existed. The guys decided to leave because they didn't know what they had encountered. When they got home, they uploaded this fragment to their channel, and many people in the comments were surprised by the guys' find. Many wrote that it was a serial killer, and someone claimed that the video was fake. The guy named Jake often heard strange noises on his roof. He would frequently check to see what was happening, climbing onto the roof and finding footprints, as if someone had been walking on it. One night, he heard strange sounds again and decided to go outside and investigate. Jake armed himself with a flashlight and a camera and went out onto the street. What he discovered there shocked him. The guy directed the flashlight and camera onto the roof and saw a strange pale creature. Its face didn't really look human, and its eyes glowed strangely with a red and white color. Jake turned off the camera and ran home to call the police, but they found no one when they arrived, only footprints left by the creature. After this incident, Jake no longer heard strange noises and was not bothered by anything else. What do you think it was? Was it really a demon possessing him, or was it just a crazy person climbing onto Jake's roof for no reason? This video was popular around 10 years ago, but I recently came across it and decided that it would be suitable for this episode, as many people may not have seen it before. The video was filmed at a hospital where the entire staff complained about paranormal activity taking place. Nurses and doctors started leaving the hospital because many objects would go missing, and people who were recovering would suddenly die for unknown reasons. One day, surveillance cameras managed to capture a ghost in white clothing and black hair, and its appearance was slightly translucent. Legend has it that a brutal murder occurred in the hospital, where a doctor killed his patient for unknown reasons, and after that incident, paranormal activity started to occur in the hospital. The doctor eventually committed suicide in a maximum security prison. This is the story of an old video from a decade ago. What do you think about this video? Write your thoughts in the comment section below the video. The author of the video, named Carl, captured a terrible incident that occurred in his home. The guy often noticed strange things happening in his house, sometimes driving him crazy. Things began to disappear, strange sounds and terrifying shadows haunted him, deeply disturbing and frightening him. He called the police several times, but when they arrived, no one was there. All of Carl's friends and relatives believed it was just his imagination and that he had made up some ghosts. One night, when strange sounds started again from the attic, Carl took his camera and headed towards the scary and incomprehensible noises. The guy thought it was probably some animal that had gotten into his house and was living in the attic, but he didn't expect to see what he did. He suddenly opened the door and shone a flashlight, revealing a strange creature resembling a human, but without clothes and not very human-like. The strange creature stood up and looked at Carl with its glowing eyes. Trembling with fear, Carl dropped the camera and ran out of the house. On the street, he called the police and showed them the video. After this incident, the police sent out an alert about this creature, saying that it was a maniac wearing a costume. Carl uploaded the video online to understand what he had encountered. Many people wrote that it was the Rake. This video is gaining a lot of popularity, It happened recently. A group of friends decided to go camping for a few days. Everything was fine. They set up camp and in the evening, decided to sit by the campfire and relax. But they started to notice strange sounds, the cracking of branches, as if someone was watching them. One of the guys took out the camera and started filming, when suddenly they all noticed two red eyes in the forest that were staring at them, and at some point, when all the guys paid attention to it, this strange and mystical creature ran towards them, and the guys started to run away in horror. They decided to jump off a cliff into the lake next to them. They jumped off the cliff and swam to their boat, and for a few seconds they thought they had managed to escape from the unknown creature. But the mystical creature effortlessly jumped into the water and headed towards the guys. The video ends there, and I haven't found any additional information about this video. No one knows what happened to the guys, if anyone survived, and how this video ended up on the internet. And that's all for me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel under this video. See you next time.